Jen.
I'm Jenny.
And we are here with component 6 for the SIOP model, which is
Practice and application.
Yay.
So, lessons should include multiple opportunities to use hands-on materials or manipulatives to learn and practice the content, and should include activities for students to apply content and knowledge in their learning. Students make these connections most effectively when they are engaged in activities that integrate all language skills such as listening, speaking, reading, and writing.
Listening, speaking, reading, and writing.
That's
if this was a video for my students, I would make you clap it. But because it's not, we're not going to clap it. But listening, speaking, reading, and writing, those are your 4 language domains. Critical. Sorry. Just
I'm
saying,
right there
that's
with
a
you.
big point.
So,
hands-on materials and manipulatives should be used for practice because ELLs need to connect those abstract, all learners, this is best practice, they need to connect those abstract concepts to concrete experiences. So manipulatives can be organized, counted, rearranged, dismantled. Physically doing this makes concrete connections.
exactly. So, students' needs. Multiple opportunities to practice. Okay, meaningful ways to practice a concept. Use of concrete manipulatives or hands-on experiences.
It makes such a difference when we actually use the fraction tiles and they move them around.
Oh yeah.
Even though sometimes you're like, we're gonna lose how many of these?
And the thing is like when we're doing multiplication, I hand out a bunch of Cheerios and we put them in lines
and make arrays
and work with it that way. So just super important to have those manipulatives.
So the teachers should break content into meaningful chunks. Keep practice time really short, 10 to 15 minutes to practice. But these practice times are frequent. They're happening really close together. So you teach a little, practice, 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 teach some more, practice, 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 especially when the content is new. You can also review and make connections to previous material. And then be sure we're giving immediate feedback.
Exactly. All right, integration of language skills. Oral language development and the language skills of listening, speaking, reading, and writing, can't say that enough, need to be developed in tandem with one another. So, you can practice in any one area promotes development in the other areas as well. So, whenever I'm writing, I'm also practicing my reading.
Reading is writing, writing is reading.
If I'm speaking, I'm also having to listen to the person who's speaking back to me. So I'm going to be interweaving all of these all the time. I like to have my students, before they even write, tell their story to somebody else before they ever start writing their story. Connections between abstract and concrete concepts are solidified when all language skills are incorporated in the activity. Yep. So just because you're focusing on one does not mean you're not doing the others.
Absolutely. All right, so you're going to apply this content and language knowledge by presenting new content in personally relevant ways. So students might have personal journals or learning journals. So what am I learning? What are my questions? Maybe they're going to play games such as bingo or Jeopardy. Students can write down questions for another student to solve. They can also be the teachers. Teach each other what's going on.
Students should discuss, interact, and work together to make abstract concepts more concrete. Making and using graphic organizers.
Organizers.
We're going to say that every time. Solving problems in cooperative groups. And engaging in discussion circles. Partnering students for a project. Having them discuss with each other, because it's so important to get that oral vocabulary down. That's how you're going to eventually get that reading and writing vocabulary.
Well, and that's where it's going to start, too.
Exactly.
Listening, then speaking. Any opportunities for social interaction will promote language development of all of your learners, right?
So, here's our quote today.
Don't practice until you get it right. Practice until you get it wrong. It was unknown, but basically, try, fail, try, succeed, right? It's kind of like the engineering method or the scientific method or whichever one of those things you're using. Try, fail, try, succeed. Again, your brain's going to spark and grow when you make those mistakes.
All right,
Bye!